Hi there, I'm Rachel from the Workshop Whisperer, and we help auto repair shop owners to achieve business success. Today we're talking about the concept of working on your business as the auto repair shop owner, and is there a right time? Join me after this to find out if there is. So today we're talking about, is there a right time to be working on your business? And if there is, when is it? Now, I speak with lots and lots of auto repair shop owners, as you know, and they will quite often have the inkling that they need help because the results that they're getting are not what they're after. They might be working really long hours and they're not seeing that cash flow or lifestyle reward that working all of those hours indicates they should have. So they get a little bit afraid, and perhaps this is you as well, of if they committed to doing some work on their business, which is different from being in it, which is, actually fixing the cars or being at the front counter to talk to the customers. And they get a bit afraid of the time commitment involved and what would that mean for the rest of the business. Now, I often ask a couple of questions at this point when somebody's saying they're worried about the time commitment, because it's usually a surface level issue. So we dig a little bit deeper to actually discover what the root of that concern is. And it actually uncovers that when somebody has a time issue, that there are many inefficiencies inside the business. It's actually a great point to be at where you're fearing being committed to such a thing, because it means that you are recognizing that work needs to be done and that you are getting outside of your comfort zone, and that's where the fear comes from. So what we actually need to do is take the next step and move across our comfort zone barrier and start investigating what's possible if we make things a little bit more efficient in the business so that we have more time to work on the business. Now, with our engine room clients, what we do with them initially when they come into our program inside the first 90 days is we take them through a series of steps that helps them basically diarise what their days look like, even if they're still on the tools. Because working on your business has to be an appointment in your diary, just like if you had an appointment with the accountant or with the bookkeeper or with your insurance broker. It needs to be something that is kept and that you protect. So you don't want, a little fire popping up that actually steals the time away from you working on the business. So there's things that we need to do and systems and processes that we need to put in place inside the business to ensure that you do get to keep that time. Now, one of the little problems that we often see when we're working with a client in the early days is that the owner and perhaps even the manager, might be service manager or foreman, has trouble with their own personal boundaries. So they recognise that they're highly skilled and that if they just go and fix that problem, then the problem will get fixed quickly, rather than allowing the people that are working under them the opportunity to learn and grow. It can be a painstaking series of events to bring somebody up to the speed that you would like so that they no longer rely on you to come and fix their problems. However, if you ever want to be in the position where you can come and go from your auto repair shop, it is a path you must walk down. So you need to be putting systems and processes in place so that if your team does come to you, they understand that they must come with a suggested solution, not just, can you please solve this for me? I don't know what to do. So that's kind of step number one in you getting the time that you need set aside and protected so that you can work on the business. Other things that you need to do is look at your workflow. So are there bottlenecks in the process of a customer dropping their car off, getting the work done in an efficient and productive way, and then getting the car back to the customer? You need to break down each step of your workflow so that you can identify where, if any, of these bottlenecks are occurring. The next step is to look at any team members and particularly yourself being a bottleneck. So sometimes we can have team members who are trying to fill out their day with the number of jobs that you gave them instead of getting the jobs done in the required time and getting the car back to the customer. So they're slowing things down, which means that could be frustration on your part, or you feel like you're always having to be out on the floor hurrying them along. That means that you are losing time that you may have had available to work on the business. Now, you might be the bottleneck, you might be the instigator of all of this because you are insisting that you still be part of the chain. So if everybody still has to pass everything through you and nobody has any autonomy, and you haven't created any leadership voids for anyone to stand up and step into, then of course you're not going to have a moment to yourself. And anytime you do set aside, you'll be interrupted by your team members because you haven't allowed that autonomy, responsibility process to happen. So in terms of when is it the right time to be working on your business? Well, you need to start today if you want the results of profitability and lifestyle to come your way as soon as possible. So there's systemization work to be done. There's process work to be done. We've got to look at all of the internals of your business, all of those little cogs that turn, and they all fit in together. We need to see if you're meeting our specific industry benchmarks, particularly around productivity and efficiency with effective labour rate, labour gross profit, parts gross profit, and your ratio of productive to non-productive team members. We can start that work straight away. And you'll notice that as the months go by, and we usually say that around 18 months is a good amount of time for you to anticipate some great changes and some great results in your business. Now, that might seem a long time to you, but if you're the owner of the shop and you are also a technician, remember you did a 4-year apprenticeship to become a qualified tradesperson. Especially if you're here in Australia or New Zealand, maybe a little less if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. So 4 years, they said it would take you to gain all the skills and knowledge that you need to work unsupervised and to be able to fix the huge range of vehicles that are out on the road. So when you think about it, if you allow yourself the 18 months, that is really the minimum that's required to help transform the profit situation of your business, as well as allow you to start to carve out a lifestyle that is just reward for all the hard work that you do. It's actually a small amount of time, and you can think about it like doing an MBA. It takes around 12 months after you've done your graduate degree to get a Master's of Business, and this is really what you're looking to do. And for some of you, it's the first time that you will ever come to understand what all of those reports mean that the accountants are always talking about, and what all of those reports mean that you can actually produce yourself from your mechanic-specific management software. So 18 months, yes, it is a time commitment, but it's broken down into little chunks, and with a little bit of guidance, you can work out across a week how to keep appointments with yourself so you can get the work done. So obviously you can do a DIY version of this, but if you really want to get on the fast track, then do it with someone that has either done it themselves or in my case, is helping many others to do it as well and has the proven track record. So to circle back around, when is the right time to be working on your business? There's no right time except for right now. We should be doing it every single day. So after listening to this video, you recognize that, you've been using the excuse that you'll just wait until you hire another service advisor or another technician before you start making these changes in the business, or before you reach out for help. Then you should really know that that is an excuse that isn't acceptable if you want results. So results are achievable for everyone, provided you ask for help as soon as possible. So if you would like help improving the results of your auto repair shop, then make sure you click the link and go to workshopwhisperer.com/survey, which is just below the video here, and answer a couple of questions for us, and then book a time to chat. We can go through what's happening in your business and discuss a plan moving forward and make sure that we're a great fit to work together. If we don't think that we are a great fit, we'll certainly recommend somebody else for you. So just take heed from this video that now is the right time to start working on your business. Don't delay it another day. You'll get the results that you want from profit and for your lifestyle much sooner.